Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the other side of the wormhole, the stuff that didn't make it in the episode. As I like to call it, the lost thoughts of the But Why Though podcast. I am your host, Matt, and I'll be talking about today Dreamhack Recap. This was my very first episode I did. I'm basically going to talk about kind of stuff we talked about in the episode per se, along with, I guess, my feeling of like being my very first time as an episode. I wasn't even a full-time host at the time. I was actually just a guest. And so we'll go over that and what I thought, I guess, and everything else. This will probably be a shorter one than probably some of the other ones, because obviously this is recap stuff that we do, part of our bullshit corner per se, which we've taken to done to where we only do like if we all go to convention or people go to convention recap, or if we watch the big time movies. Like I think we, as of today of June 3rd, we released Guardians of the Galaxy review. I think we've done a Logan review in the past as well, and some other big game reviews as well. So we've kind of turned into that instead of an weekly thing of us people just rambling on about information. We're just going to try to talk into big things that the people want to hear. But let's get into things. Dreamhack Recap. This is from Dreamhack of April 28th through 30th. Was in Austin, Texas. Through Austin, Texas. Dreamhack's the largest gaming, I guess, what's it called? LAN gaming convention. LAN meaning local area network. To where basically everybody brings their computer and they play games and they stream for 3 days straight. People literally sleep on cots in these convention centers. They bring signs, they bring fancy things, they have a lot of gaming stuff. Tournaments per se, like Hearthstone, which is up on the screen right now, and whatnot. If this is your first time watching this and you haven't watched it, like I said, I will have games up on the side every now and then, and we may play one, we may not, probably not, more music, and then kind of if I'm trying to catch my thoughts, especially depending on how the conversation's going. And this will be posted again on our website along with our YouTube channel, all found at butwhythoughpodcast.com would be the website, and But Why Though, I guess podcast or PC would be the YouTube channel. So you can find stuff here. If you've never seen this is going to be on Twitch. It's be live stream, so there will be some like interactions, maybe some notifications that pop up during this because this is live. So if you ever feel like want to be involved and ask questions about some of these episodes that we're going about, feel free to hop in, ask a question. I'll answer the best of my ability or my thoughts. Or if you had a different question, let me know and I'll answer the questions. I'm here to answer questions and talk about how I felt about the episodes, and like I said, stuff that didn't make it, as it says on the screen, what didn't make it in the episode. The Dreamhack one. This episode, my first one, I was a little nervous, but I was excited because I enjoyed Dreamhack a lot. If you ever get a chance to, you should go to one. They are in Denver, Atlanta, mainly found in Sweden. That's where Dreamhack was founded. Austin's had a few. They haven't been big in the United States until like the last year or so. There's only been about a few of them, but they're coming over here more. Mainly found in Europe and whatnot. So yeah. So my first time I get on here, I was like, realized we showed up and we did it. We recorded. It was about 45 minutes. Knocked it out. And then I realized, not gonna lie, it sounded awful. Not gonna lie, we had to re-record this episode. Was not happy with the first time. I basically said I was not gonna allow this to be released because I thought it was bad and whatnot. So then we came back, we redid it, refocused. I think we went off on too many tangents the first time. We talked about a lot of things I didn't feel were that big in the convention, or just didn't have anything to do with the convention in general. So I just didn't like it, and we messed up quite a few times. Some people didn't care. It was bleh. But we came back and we redid it, and it actually turned out, I thought, very well. At least for my first episode, I was excited. We actually got to focus more on the actual convention the second time around, and the charities. We actually forgot the charities in the first time we did this. It was like, whoa, we definitely need to step back and think what the hell we're doing around here, because we focus a lot on the charities when we go to conventions. Because if you haven't seen our host or know about our host at all, they do quite a bit of I guess, technically somewhat charity work. Adrian is working with stackup.org in El Paso to get one started up. As of today, of June 3rd, we just released, maybe a few days ago, our episode 19, Stack Up, from our mini-series that we're doing, Missions That Matter, which we look at certain charities and try to see why they matter, or not the why they matter, but how they matter, I guess, and like that they're important and what about them. We kind of like to spotlight them. In that one, we interviewed the CEO and founder, Stephen. I'm gonna butcher his name so bad. Machuga. I'm going Machuga. I hope that's right. If he watches this, I apologize. He's a great guy, by the way. Yeah. So learn about that. We'll be doing more in the future. Hopefully it works great. We're excited about doing it. But Kate also, she's worked with nonprofit organizations over her tiny bit of her career. So they're excited about doing this stuff. And so we like to go and see them and highlight them, because as much as it's about the games and stuff, it's about the people and the community that they go to. The community is a very big aspect to a lot of these conventions and a lot of, I guess, fandoms and other type of stuff. And whatnot. So, yeah, we got to talk that. We also got to hang out with his friend Terrence, who actually, if you look on the screen in this video, was the most recent sub. He's a professional Hearthstone player. We met him the year before at TwitchCon, which we ever go to. Which, by the way, if you ever get a chance to, you should go to, definitely. Especially if you love Twitch. Amazing. Lots of fun. Even though they are getting a little pricey these days. Compared to the thing. They should have kept it in San Diego. I don't know why they moved it to Long Beach. Not a fan with it. I guess it is what it is. But yeah. So we got to hang out with him. Great hanging out with him. Seeing him again. And whatnot. So we got to obviously watch. We also got to bring along our cosplayer, Quinn. If you haven't checked the our website, she's basically our she does most of our cosplay corner stuff, whether it be tutorials, cosplay stuff. We have a lot of pictures of her in her cosplays and whatnot. Man, I've been talking forever. But you should definitely check her out if you're interested in cosplaying her stuff. Hopefully she'll have some more stuff coming. She's been slacking a little bit lately. I've been telling her this. She's listen. I'm gonna make her watch this now, just so she knows. The funny thing about that one, I think we talk about in there between cosplays, is one, the cosplay had a contest and Jesus won, which was kind of hilarious. And there wasn't many cosplayers at all, which was weird. And I guess the funny thing was, if you knew Quinn and whatnot, we had her first. She has a Deathstroke costume, which she can't walk in per se. She basically waddles like a penguin around, and we have to help her. So then when she did her next one, which is a character for Voltron, which I can't pronounce the name right now. I'm not even gonna try. I will butcher a lot of names. I'm just gonna apologize in advance for here and for every episode down the road. So hopefully everybody watches this episode and knows he butchers everything. I have my own language. That's the way it works. As long as I can understand it, that's all that matters. That's how it goes. But anyways. So she's like, oh my guys, I have a lot of room. I can run in this stuff. What she failed to mention, she didn't mention we got there. Oh, by the way, I can't see. So now we had a walking blind girl. Just walking around. Basically just holding on to us. One day she'll get a costume where she can walk and see. We're hoping. We're hoping. But no, it was a good episode the second time around. I said we basically recorded it. It went smoothly. These are usually pretty short episodes. Something we like to do because we know some of our episodes tend to be a little longer than, I guess, some other podcasts typically. Sometimes they run about an hour, maybe a little over an hour. So these are about 30 to 45 minutes. I like to keep these nice little, you drive to work, go work out, get a workout in, listen to the whole thing, be done. Knock it out. Great. Another thing about these episodes, I guess what I learned and what I expected and what I hope to see more going forward, or at least per se, is the people that we have, our hosts and whatnot, that are not able to come on the convention, go to the conventions, them being able to learn about it and actually wanting and interested in being there to learn about it, which is cool. Because El Paso Comic Con, I was obviously before my time, but that'd been pretty fun to go with. We obviously were not in El Paso, we're not located in El Paso, Kate and I, so to listen to what Adrian and them had to say, and basically to ask them and show interest in what they were doing there. I think it's important to have a successful podcast and to do these episodes. Like, we really want to do these episodes like this bullshit corner the way we're talking. We need to have everybody on the same page. So if we do one over a movie, people need to show up and watch the movie. If we were going to do it on a con, people want to learn about the con. Just like I hope when you guys listen, you guys are wanting to listen to us. We're happy that you guys listen to it. We really appreciate it. You guys are what make the reason we do this. Why I'm sitting here talking into this little snowball looking mic thing. With the screen over here playing nothing. It's just got background white noise. While I'm in this little wormhole looking picture on my Switch screen. That's why. But no, it was a short and sweet episode. It was a little interesting being a guest. It was kind of nerve-wracking. But I kind of got, I guess you say, my feet wet. So, went good. I had a few problems. I mean, you learn how different it is when you're actually talking and asking stuff. And whatnot. So, see how that goes. I don't really have a lot more to say about the episode, so this one might just be a little short and sweet episode. I mean, most of these, especially the main episodes, and if I really have like a stuff I really wanted to, I guess, divulge into, it might be like, 30 minutes, not longer. But some of these recap episodes, the main reason I wanted to bring this one up, because it was my first episode. And I guess just the difference between being as a guest and what you expect versus being a host. As a guest, I kind of just wanted to sit there, people look to me, answer some questions, kind of maybe give some thoughts, but wasn't really like took a lot of extra time out of it because like I'm a guest, I expect everybody else to have everything set up versus the host. Now, like when we've had guests, if we have a guest on, which we have actually since I've been on here, you want to have everything set up for them. You want to make it as easy as possible for the guest to be. That encourages guests to be here. That makes guests want to be there. You want to make them feel like they want to be there. And I guess that was a letdown the first time we recorded as a guest, because just kind of felt like nobody wanted me to be there, and it was weird. So, not saying that's what exactly happened, but that's just like kind of at my personal feelings how I did. But yeah, but also I guess hadn't been stated, but everything that basically I say from here, unless I deliberately state, it's basically just my thoughts and my feeling from the episodes that come out from the background, especially for the likes and dislikes about the episode, not necessarily how things turn out. Just more of, like I said, the other side of the wormhole. So I think we're going to wrap this one up nice and short. Not that long, but, just wanted to make this one nice and sweet, go over the differences, I guess. And if you ever get a chance to, go to Dreamhack, study the games, and you'll be surprised, by the way, how big esports has gotten. It's gotten huge. Also, those pot numbers, they sound amazing, they sound great, but the way they split them up, people don't really make that much money. I mean, they make a lot of money for playing games and stuff, and it's really great, but the way they divvy down everything else, it's probably not as big as they sound. They definitely overinflate, I guess, the numbers per se. The total is the same, but the way it's split mathematically, it makes it, yeah. I mean, it'd be like a $50,000, but then even if you're on the winning team, then your team split numbers, you may make $4,000, which is still a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. Well, I'm actually grand scheme now, but a lot of money, especially if you're playing tournaments. That's great and all, but it's kind of like you're like, damn. When you see it and people walk in, you're like, wow, $50,000. Yeah, they're getting like 4, and that's maybe before cuts, fees, or whatever else too. But anyways. Alright, well, that'll be it for the Dreamhack recap of the other side of the wormhole. I guess I will call that done. I'll see you guys next time.